welcome back to another episode of Life Diaries with Amy, where I'll be talking about topics ranging from motivation, wellness, lifestyle, friendships, and college life. For this episode, I'll be talking about romanticizing your own independence, doing your own thing, and prioritizing alone time. For this episode, I'll be having my friend CJ joining me today. CJ, if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm CJ. I'm a sophomore here at High Point University, besties with Amy. My major is currently event management, which we'll probably get into more about later. And I'm from Boston, well, more specifically Franklin, Massachusetts.
So last episode, I talked about self-care, prioritizing your mental health, and I kind of wanted to dive deeper into independence on this episode because I feel like sometimes, especially as college students, like we need a little break from everything. And I feel like even just spending time on like ourselves, just really focusing on yourself sometimes, because I know especially in college, like it can get like hectic and like you just kind of lose track of everything.
Yeah, I mean, like when we came to college, like before we were like living with our family and everything, and now that we're living by ourselves, I mean, I'm like over 12 and a half hours away from school.
Yeah.
So
like
it's
9
like
hours.
I don't see my family ever unless we have like breaks or something.
Yeah.
So like it's definitely different. I mean, I think like a lot of people already know this, but like when you go to school, it's like really important to be able to like balance your social life and your academic life and your personal life too, like independence and whatever, because like you don't have guidance necessarily. Like everyone else is doing their own thing, so you have to find out your own pathway.
And then you also kind of have to decide everything yourself. Like you can't rely on others to kind of like guide you because, I mean, like you're going to have to learn to do things by yourself because like we all have to face independence one day, like whether that's when we're all like adults or like post-grad. I know like especially after post-grad, I feel like everyone like has big decisions that they have to make, and like we can't really like go to others for that since it's kind of like our like future. But that's why I feel like learning to do things by yourself is really important.
Something funny to add on to this, like my mom, I definitely get this from her, like my lack of independence, I guess, because she literally can't pump her own gas tank. And we don't live in New Jersey like Amy does. Like I said, we're from Boston. Like we know how to pump our own gas.
Oh my God.
And this woman, oh my Lord.
I love Sexy Mama.
She is a character. She's one of a kind. Yeah, no, she's never pumped her own gas by herself.
Oh my God. That is so funny. Yeah. I love that for her. But I feel like she's honestly a Jersey girl at heart.
Oh, for real. She is a Jersey Shore girl.
Oh my God. Your mom has to come visit again. I love her.
She's so funny.
Oh my God. Okay, I feel like we're going off track now. Anyways, but yeah, just being independent and like kind of doing your own thing. I feel like also kind of helps you find something that you might love. I feel like doing your own stuff by yourself kind of gives you a chance to go out and explore things like without relying on others. And I feel like you can truly find what you love and have a passion for, especially for those that like don't like know what they want to do. I feel like you kind of have to learn to do things by yourself just because, you know, you can't like if one of your friend is doing something, like you can't do the same thing and be like, oh, like, you know, I'll just do this because like you're doing it. I know so many people who like are like that, and that's why I feel like they kind of just have to learn to do their own stuff sometimes.
Yeah, especially in like our stage right now, like we obviously chose to go and get a further education at like such a great university, but like you have to figure out your major and stuff, like especially like for our grade, like that's like they're tying down on us right now.
Yeah, like we're sophomores right now, so like,
and it's hard, like we have to figure out our future.
No, it is hard because I feel bad because like for like someone who like, you know, don't know like what they're gonna do, like it like feels like they have like you know like a what do you call those things, like one of those like time stoppers, you know what I'm talking about?
So sorry.
She doesn't. Okay.
I'm not
Never mind then.
picking up on this.
Never mind. But I just like, I feel like it's like, you know, like doing like a homework, like you have like a deadline for stuff.
Oh, yeah,
and like, that's why I just like, I feel bad. And like, I feel like that's why like some people, like, especially like our age, like just need to like at least like learn to do like basic things by yourself, you know. And I know like it can get like uncomfortable because like I'm not gonna lie, like I was like, especially in high school, I hated doing things by myself. Like I would like, and I don't know if it's maybe just because it was high school, but like I just don't know what it is. I just didn't like doing things by myself. But like when I got to college, I mean, like, I don't know, I feel like I learned that like people really don't care what you're doing, like, and like I feel like so many people like worry about that, and I know like I used to, but like now I'm just kind of like I don't give a shit.
No, I totally know what you mean though, because like even there's like some influencers that I've seen like recently, and like they like the past like few years, and they've been like doing like self-care dates and stuff like that, like all by themselves, and like they'll go have a picnic or something.
I see it on TikTok all the time.
And it's
all the time.
So cute. But like I could never do
okay,
that.
I'm not gonna lie, for a picnic, I like by myself, I don't know if I could do that by myself.
Like,
I'm not gonna lie. And like that's the thing, like that's okay to not do things by yourself sometimes, but like I'm just saying, like in general, like you have to learn to, you know, go somewhere by yourself, not like, you know,
but even just like going to a doctor's appointment by yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's scary because we've always been with someone.
Yeah, our parents and stuff. But like I just feel like doing things by yourself, like I love doing homework by myself, you know, just because I can get stuff done. But like I even like every morning, like on like Wednesdays, because I don't start class till like 2, I like always like go to Butterfly to like do work, study, like eat food there and stuff. I feel like this like not only like helps you like realize a lot of stuff in life, but I feel like it also like really helps boost your self-love and like self-awareness, just because I feel like this kind of like really gives you the ability to kind of like take care of yourself mentally, physically, and emotionally. Like I know like myself, especially like in college, I just sometimes just get like too stressed out, and like I don't want to take it out on others. So that's also why I'm like, you know, I kind of have to be by myself sometimes.
Me and Amy are literally like, we're so similar.
We're the same person.
It's creepy. Like even our friend group says it. Like I definitely see a lot of the same aspects in me that like in Amy that I see in myself. Like we both are very like easy to get stressed out over like work. Like I feel like it's reasonable stuff that we get stressed out over, but like we do. And like I think it's good because I like both of us, like she had mentioned earlier, like we there's like a Butterfly Cafe on campus, and like we are obsessed with going there. We always
go there. Like
even if like we'll meet each other there. If one of us is studying there by ourselves, like we're like, yeah, come over.
Yeah, like that's what I'm like saying. Like I feel this like just like kind of helps you like increase like your happiness and like make you like have this like positive like outlook on life. I know like with myself, especially like this past summer, like I'm not gonna lie, like I was like last year, like all of like freshman year, oh my god, I was so like social, all this always always just like hanging out with my friends, like doing stuff with like everyone. But like,
I love Amy, but I did not see her a lot last year. This is so sad. Our whole friend group lived together last year, which is another thing of independence. Now we don't all live next to each other. Yeah. Which is like, it's good in its own aspect because we get to like be able to just breathe in our own bedroom and whatever, and we're not stressed about like having to hang out with someone 24/7.
Yeah, like last year, like we like our whole friend group lived in the same hall. Like literally, like I lived across from.
We were together 24/7
all the time,
except for me because I was always doing my own thing.
I'm like not gonna lie, like that's why like I don't know, like I feel like CJ, like I'm not even joking, like last year we would all just be like, we never really like, you know, see CJ that much, but like it's okay because like we'd all be like, you know, we all know like you're busy with homework, like you got to get studying done, like obviously because you were a nursing major last year.
No, pre-med.
Okay, never mind, I don't know my stuff.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like I said this before, like we're gonna get into my major because like that is another thing about being independent. I mean, we already kind of talked about it a little bit, but like figuring out your future, like we're expected to do that right now, and like I still feel so little, like I feel like a little kid.
Yeah, and like I feel like, especially because like all of us, I know, like we're all not the same majors, like our whole friend group, like none of us like have the same majors,
which makes it so much more fun in my mind. Like since like we're not all the same majors, we're not taking all the same classes, we're not living next to each other like 24/7, like it's so much more fun to see each other.
And like also like I feel like with the fact that like we have different majors, like we all have our like own like stuff to do, like I know you have a lot of like homework and like stuff that you have to get done. I have a lot, like I have my podcast class, like you know, I'm always in the comm building editing my stuff, like and like with all like the other girls, like I know they're also like all doing their own stuff, and like that's what I like kind of like mean by like the whole like independence. Like it's nice that like, you know, we all have like our own stuff to do, and I also like that we all have different majors because like we don't take the same classes, like, and like that way like we get to meet like new people through that and stuff. It's just like a nice little like, it's like a nice like breather from like, you know, everyone, because I love you all, but like sometimes like I just need my own space. I even like talk about that like with like my roommate. I love my roommate, like she is so sweet and like we get along like so well, but like sometimes like, and this is just like a personal thing, I just like being by myself like in my room sometimes. Like it's nice to have like, I mean like obviously I have a roommate, but like obviously our schedules don't line up all the time, but like it's so nice to come back to my own room and just not like to talk to anyone. Like I just like sometimes I love talking, but I just need like a second just to lay in my bed and like relax, do my own thing, and like just like without like saying like anything to anyone. Like I just like, even that, like I mention it like all the time to all my friends, like I just like having that independence sometimes. Like I need my own independent time sometimes. Like I just like sometimes like I feel like I'm very social, but like I feel like sometimes like I feel like my social battery like dies out very quick. I'm not gonna lie. And like going back to what I was saying before about like this past summer, like I've mentioned this like in my other episodes, but I like the whole month of May and whole month of June and July, I did not hang out with like a single one of my like hometown friends, and I like honestly feel so bad for it, but like I don't know like what was wrong with me. Like I don't know if it was just because I just wasn't I don't know if maybe like freshman year like took me out, but but I was just like I just didn't have like the motivation to hang out with like any of my friends. And I told CJ this when I came back to school, like when we came back to school in August, because CJ, like we used to call her like grandma all the time last year, because she would they still do literally, she would be like, I think she would be asleep by like 8:30 or be in bed by 8:30, and we would all all of us would not be asleep by like until, we wouldn't be asleep until like 2 in the morning.
Oh, it was horrible.
And so like over the summer,
and then I'd be waking up like 3 hours after they go to bed.
And so like that's why like over the summer, like I like would be in bed by like 8:30. I would go to bed at like 10:30. I was like, I feel like CJ right now, but like because like all like I would see like all my friends would be out like partying like at 10, like when I'm like, you know, about to go to sleep. And like even though like it did like, I don't know, like I did like feel like I was kind of like, I don't know, like kind of out of the loop with everyone, it was like nice to just have my own time. I spent like a lot of time with like family over the summer, which I like really like love, because I love my family. And I don't know, I just like being in my own like independent girl era like over the summer. Like I know I mentioned this in the last episode, but I ordered like 20 books over the summer and I read every single one, and like we
love a good book moment.
No, I know. And like I can't wait to go home for Thanksgiving break. We go home in like 2 weeks, but I just
so excited.
I'm telling you, like when we came back from fall break, I was like, I can't wait to go home.
Ready to go back.
I just need a break from everything. Like everything is just like
especially
so stressful
now because we're like stacked up on exams.
Like exactly. And that's why I'm just like I just have like so much like work to do. That's why I'm just like I can't wait to go home. Can't wait to be like, you know, I can't wait to just spend more time with myself at home, because I know like I'll be able to do that when I'm home, because like it is very hard to be independent in college, especially with like, you know, all your like you have all your friends around, like you don't want to not hang out with them and stuff, because like you won't see them often, like, you know, in the summer, all this whatever. But there are times where like I will do things by myself, like here, like I mentioned before, I'll go study by myself, eat by myself. I really like don't.
So brave.
I know like some people like aren't the same way, but like I don't mind.
Yeah,
and
everyone has their own form of independence. Like some of our friends, like they just like to. This is gonna make them sound lazy, I feel like, but like they like to take naps after class, which I don't even think that's lazy. I think it's their own form of independence. They want time to just relax and be by themselves, which is totally fine. Like everyone has a different form. Like I know Amy, like she just said, she likes to eat and study by herself. I enjoy studying by myself. I enjoy working out by myself.
Yeah, you go like CJ wakes up at like 4 a.m. to go to the gym. I'm like, are you crazy? Or even to go study. I'm like, you are literally crazy.
Yeah, I have not gone to the gym that early this year yet, but I do study that early. Yeah. Like I'll wake up at 3 a.m. and start studying.
And she'll go by herself. Not because she like, not only because she wants to do it by herself, but also because no one wants to wake up at that time. No. But
no, the whole campus is dead at that time.
But sorry to keep going back to this, but the past summer, like I said, I spent a lot of time by myself with family. Obviously, like I would spend time with like friends like from time to time, but like I mostly like would be by myself. And like it was so funny because like one of my hometown friends, like he even called me and he was like catching up like on life with me and whatever. And then after, like before he ended the call, he was like, okay, and don't go ghost mode on me. It was so funny.
That is so relatable.
And I literally said, okay, like I won't, like I'll try not to, whatever. But like it was just so funny because like he knew like I like, you know, didn't really spend time with like friends and stuff. But like I literally would get mad because like he would call me like when I would be reading my books, and I would literally get so pissed. I'm like, stop calling me. Like I'm horrible person. I know I'm like horrible for that, but like I don't know, like, but it's okay because in August I like started hanging out with all my friends again because I was like, I think like my social battery is good now. But like when I like was hanging out with one of my friends in like I think July or something, we went out for ice cream like we always do at Dairy Queen, and it was so funny because she was telling me like all about like her life, like all the drama in like her life, whatever, and like I literally had like nothing to say. Like I had no so drama. Good. It's so good. I felt bad because like I was just like I like literally don't have anything to say. Like I'd be reading my books. Like I told her like I literally have nothing like interesting going on in my life. But I mean like this past summer, like I really think I like learned a lot from it. And obviously when we got to college, everything kind of changed because, you know, things are going to change when like you start college because like, you know, you want to be with all your friends, all that. Yeah. But I mean, like I've been trying my best like this semester to, you know, kind of balance like both, like, you know, hanging out with my friends, doing all my work, and then also kind of prioritizing like myself and stuff. But especially like in college, the most important thing is just how you kind of balance everything. But I feel like it like not only does it help you like realize like a lot of stuff in life, but I feel like it can like truly make you happy sometimes, like, you know, doing things by yourself. I know some people aren't like that, but I just feel like in general, it's really like important to just see that like being independent sometimes isn't weird or like awkward, if that makes sense, because I feel like some people just like,
well, like, okay, so we were kind of me and Amy were kind of talking about this the other day, actually. But in one of my classes this year, like, we were talking about gender norms, and we were talking about how, like, males are so much more likely to just go grab food by themselves.
Oh my God, yeah,
and we were talking about how, like, our friends, like, we have this one friend on campus who, like, he is always eating by himself. Like, always. Like, we run into him you know who I'm talking about.
No, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
And, like, we love seeing him because we're like, oh, come sit with us. But, like, and he'll love to come sit with us.
He, like, does not care.
But he doesn't give...
And, like, he, like...
But, meanwhile, us girls, we're like, that's weird if we eat by... And it's not, because if we see... Like, we were talking about this the other day. If we see another girl eating by themselves... we don't think it's weird.
Yeah, like I don't like I will not look at them and think like, oh, they don't have any friends, all this. I'll just be like I honestly would be like, I like respect that because like it takes a lot for, especially for girls, like it takes like a lot for them to like sit down, like especially in like a public place and like eat by themselves. Like I don't know what it is, and I hate it so much because I want to do it, but like I'm not gonna lie, like whenever I do eat by myself, I will go to somewhere where it's like quiet, not like busy. I cannot eat by myself in like a public place. And like that's what like CJ was kind of talking about with like our one friend who like eats by himself. He will like go to the busiest like cafeteria,
the cafe,
it like on campus, and will eat by himself, and I literally don't know how he does it, honestly. Like shout out to him. Yeah, no, seriously, like shout out to him and like so much respect for him. But like that's why like the main point of this whole episode is just to kind of tell you that don't be like afraid to do things by yourself, because like I know like how like scary it can be, but like honestly like people will realize this when they're like older, like it will like help you like so much like post grad, like because I just know like you know
you're gonna have to you're gonna leave your best friends behind. You have to go find out where you're gonna live.
Like you're not gonna like stay with your friends all the time, you're not gonna be with your family all the time. Like that's why like I feel like independence is so important, and that's why I feel like right now especially like you need to learn to be independent sometimes, because it'll help you later on in life and even right now. So that kind of concludes this week's episode. Thank you for listening. I will be posting more content on my Instagram. Go follow it at Life Diaries with Amy. I also wanted to say thank you, CJ, for being on this podcast.
Thanks so much for having me. It was so fun.
Anyways, thank you for listening again, and tune in for the next episode.